Hello everyone, so I'll be helping you out with the trigonometric calculator application that we have in our assignments. So go to File, New Project, in NetBeans of course, Java application, name the Java application and click on Finish. In Calc, go right click, select New. You can either select an application sample form or a JFrame form, either one works. Say New Application. And you can delete calc.java because we don't really need that. We'll just try to test run it. So our window shows up over here. Close that. I'll start creating the GUI right now, so you can watch as we go. Alright, so now our GUI is complete. I'll just change the variable names of each of the buttons. Okay, so the variable names of each and every button and the text field has changed. The text field is display. If you want to change the look of it, so you can just right click and go to properties and select a bigger font if you want. So I'm gonna do that to all of the buttons. I'm gonna have a bigger font for it. Just test it now. Right, so let's get to the code. So each button has just a sec. Each button has a code that is linked to it. So if you double click, a function shows up to show the clear action performed or the power, inverse, square root. Similarly, all the buttons that are of the numbers have their own function that is present. So let's just assign numbers to the display. Like when 1 is pressed, it will show on the display. 2, 3, 4, 5. Similarly, these numbers when pressed will show up on the display. So one action performed, display.setText. So it will just append whatever text you have right now and append 1 to it. So let's do that for all the buttons. Okay, so I've just added the buttons for the numbers. So see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 9, 0. So it will show right now clear operation is not working. We'll make it work. So clear operation would be display.setText, and it will clear it. So okay, so now that's done. We'll get into the actual coding part. So in order to do the plus, minus, and into and the divide operations, we'll click on the plus option. We need to store each of the results in the memory. So in order to do that, I'll show you. So we'll declare a variable on having a global scope over here. So let's call it double first number, and go to the addition code. So over here we'll say first number equals double dot parse double, because the text that is present is in the string format. We are converting into the double format. Display dot get text. Alright, so we're storing the first number in double dot parse double when the plus action is performed, and we'll create another variable of integer type over here, saying plus clicked, and we'll assign it to 0. Again, go to the plus code. Over here we'll say plus clicked equals to 1, and we'll set the text of the display to nothing. Display dot set text to nothing. All right, now when 2 or 3 is clicked, then plus after that plus will be clicked, then equal to new number will be entered and equal to be clicked. So over here what we're doing is if plus clicked equals to 1, then what we have to do is we have to get the current string that is present. So we'll say double, we'll declare it outside the function if loop, double second number. So we'll initialize it to 0.0 at the moment. Sorry. And we'll say second number equals double dot parse double and our string, so display dot get text. Alright, and we'll have another variable called result, we'll initialize that to 0 as well. So result would be first number plus second number. Alright, so we've got our result on screen. In the variable result, we have to set it to the display. Alright, so we'll just check if this works, and then we'll add it to the file. So it shows 9.0, 2 plus 6 equals 15. It is adding it. So what we need to do now is to set plus equals to 0 again, plus clicked equals to 0. So that would solve the problem. So 2 plus 3 equals 5, 6, clear, 6 plus 3 equals 9, and the plus code is working. So all we have to do now is to save it into the memory. So to save the result into the memory, we'll declare a variable. We'll declare a variable on top with the class of printWriter. And we'll call it writer. We'll import the class, and in our plus code, equals code, we'll do writer equals new printWriter, and we'll save it into a file called memory.txt, and we'll give the encoding, that would be UTF-8, and then we'll write writer.println, and append result to it, and we'll close the writer. Alright, getting an error. We'll surround it with try catch block. We need these two as well in the try catch block. And that's about it for the plus code. It will work for storing the result into the memory. So 2 plus 3 equals 5.0. We'll see our file in our project explorer. We'll go to the default page, default directory where your project is saved, and memory.txt has 5.0 stored over here. So in a similar way you can do the operations for plus, minus, into, divide. I'll show you the ones for detecting point, and the memory operations, that is write to memory, add to memory, and clear memory. So we'll get back to our project. So when we need to add point to our code, what we have to do is first we have to check if a point is present or not, or if alright, we'll just check if a point is present or not. So in order to check if a point is present, we'll use this display dot get text dot contains. If it contains a point. So if display.getText contains a point, we'll just display whatever is the text. Set text is display.getText. Alright, and else if display is null, or let's just do else, display.setText is display.getText, and append the point to it. Alright, so if we run this code, 3.5 plus 6 is 9.5. It works with just the point as well. So 0.6 plus 3 is 3.6, and 3.6 is getting stored in our memory.txt file over here. So if you want to do the plus or the minus operation, what you have to do is you have to declare a variable. Let's do minus. So we'll go on top and declare a variable called minus clicked, and in the same way like we did the plus, we'll just copy the code and go to minus clicked code, the function for minus clicked, and over here we just change minus clicked equals to 1. Again, go to the equals code, just copy this whole thing of the if, and say minus clicked. If minus clicked is 1, then result is minus, and minus clicked equals to 0. So our minus result will be stored. Let's run it once again. 3 minus 6 is minus 3. Minus 3 is getting stored. Again, 3 plus 6 is 9. Okay. So why that is happening is because we have to set this over in our plus code as well. So plus clicked is 1, minus clicked is 0. In a similar way, we'll have to set plus clicked as 0 in the other minus code as well. So this should be plus clicked equals to 0. So if you keep on adding more and more click operations, you'll have to set it to 0 over here. So if you have divide click, then you have to set divide click equals to 0. So 3 plus 6 is 9. Then we clear it, 3 minus 6, and now it is showing the correct result. Alright, So I'll show you the memory operations. Other operations are really simple. All you have to do is copy this code into the operation, and you can perform any operation you want. So I'll do the memory part. So in order to add anything to the memory, we'll have to create a variable, and we'll call it memory variable. So over here I'll just add a variable called memory var. Alright, go to the memory var code. Memory var is equal to double dot parse double display dot get text, and we'll just save it to the memory like we did in the equals code. So I'll just copy that code from here, the whole try catch. Alright, so now our memory variable is getting stored, and we don't want result, rather we want memory variable to be stored. So now say we want 2 to get stored in the memory, we'll save 2 in the memory. So 2.0 is stored in the memory. You want to perform a plus operation with the memory. So in order to do so, what we can do is, whatever memory variable is storing, a plus operation will be performed. So go to m plus code, and over here we'll get a number. So say second number equals double dot, okay, so we'll just create a variable, double num equals double dot parse double display dot get text, and to add it with the memory variable, we will need to display dot set text to the memory variable plus num dot toString. I think that will give an error. Okay, so what we have to do is we have to set it up in a variable of itself. So double sum equals, alright, and over here we'll have sum dot toString. So that works. Let's see, 2, we'll store it into the memory, and we'll say 6 mem plus, it's giving 8. That is the result, that because 2 was stored in the memory. So if we'll say 8 mem plus 10, so 8 plus 2 is 10, and we want to store 10, we'll do mem plus. So now 10 is getting stored in the memory, and we'll add a 6, so 16 is getting is showing the result. In a similar way, if you want to clear the memory, all you have to do is set the memory variable equals to 0, and that'll be about it. So there'll be nothing, it will be 0, so even if we try to add anything, the result will be the same. So say 3, and we'll do we'll add it to memory right now, and we'll add 6, so 9 will be shown. and we'll do memory clear. So we'll do 6 and we'll do an m plus, so it'll just show 6.0 because the memory has been cleared. Apart from that, all the other operations are pretty simple. The basic operation is done, and one more thing is, once you add it to the memory, you'll have to once the memory is cleared, you need to clear the file that is being written, it is being written to. So all you have to do is again copy this code and just set writer.println to nothing, just double quotes, run it. So here I'll add 2 to the memory, check 2 is present. I'll close this file, I'll clear the memory, and there's nothing in the memory.txt file. So that's about it for our calculator program. All the other functions are pretty simple. All you have to do is double click and write your code into it. Plus minus into divide, again you'll have to use the flag, that is plus clicked minus clicked, and rest operations are simple. So that's about it. Thank you.